Hello guys, my name is Kiki and welcome to my channel. I've been a crafter for almost 30 years, yeah, that long. But if you want to learn how to decorate your home on a budget while having fun at it, hit the like, subscribe and stay tuned. Today I'm making beautiful Valentine DIYs. Let's check them out because I'm in love with them. You can use them even for string. DIY number 1, and we're gonna make a beautiful train, and for this I'm gonna use a cigar box. And we're gonna use white Waverly chalk paint. I'm gonna paint this completely like this, all the sides and the top. Let me show you. I'm gonna paint the top as well, and then I'm gonna take some masking tape or painter's tape, and I'm gonna apply it like this, leaving a space in between. Now I'm gonna take this beautiful seashell pink and this spouncer, I think that's the name for that brush, and I'm just gonna add my paint, being careful with the sides of the tape, and I'm also gonna paint the top like this. After that, the most exciting part, we're gonna remove the tape to reveal a beautiful stripe pattern. Then I'm gonna take these beautiful molds that I got from Amazon. Those are silicone chocolate molds, and what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna leave them in the description box down below so you can go and check them out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use concrete, and I'm gonna use this concrete. You can use as well plaster of Paris. Now let's take this concrete and let's mix it, and I'm just gonna add it to a bowl, and this is a disposable one, and I'm gonna add some water, and we want a really wet kind of texture. Let me show you a little bit more. Let me just mix it really well, and you will see I'm gonna use this round molds from that package, and I'm gonna add my concrete, and you will see that it is kind of liquidy concrete. Here you can see it, and we're gonna fill all of those rounds because we're gonna use some now and some later. Now that they are ready, I'm just gonna remove them from the mold, and I'm just gonna let them dry for 24 hours because they are not cured, so they need a couple more hours. Now that they are cured, I'm gonna take this cinnamon brown from Decor paint, and I'm gonna paint them, and I'm just gonna cover them completely, front, sides, and everything. And I repeated that to all of them. Now I'm gonna take this beautiful molds also from that package, and I'm gonna take the hearts, and I'm just gonna fill them with hot glue. I'm just gonna let that hot glue set really well because we need it to set before we remove them from the molds. Let me just fill them and let them set really well. Now that they are set, I'm just gonna remove them from the mold, and look at that, they are so cute. Let me just remove all of them so we can move on to painting them. And to paint them, I'm gonna use this eraser pink paint, and I'm just gonna paint them with a sponge brush, just like that. Cover them completely, sides and all, and then I'm gonna let them dry really well. While that is drying, I'm gonna take this beautiful heart that you will see that I made in another clip from this video, and I'm just gonna remove all of that dust. Then I'm gonna take the seashell pink, and I'm just gonna paint it completely. Let me just paint it really well like that, and then I'm gonna take this beautiful royal gold to give it like a cookie kind of shine. And I'm just gonna go all around it like this, and my paintbrush is a little bit wet so it goes smoothly and it won't stain my heart. Let me just go ahead, paint it completely like this, and then we're gonna move on to decorating it. And for that, I'm gonna use this tulip slick paint, and I'm just gonna do some drizzle on the side like this, some lines just like that. We're gonna go and do like 10 or 12 lines. Then I'm gonna take this beautiful sprinkles also from Amazon. You will find it in my description box down below, the link to my Amazon front store, and that will be there as well. I added some of those on top of those lines. Then I'm gonna let this dry really well, and we're gonna move on again to our wheels, and we're gonna add those beautiful hearts that we painted to them. And for that, I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue, add them like this. And that's it for this ones. Then we're gonna start assembling our train piece because we're gonna be making this train in different videos. So stay tuned so you can see the other parts of the train. This one is just like one of the wagons of the train. And I'm adding both of those wheels on the front. Then I'm going to flip it over, add the other two like this, glue them really well. Then I lost the heart. Let me just glue it again because I used really, really wet glue for that. Then I took the heart and I glue it like this. And that's it. Let me show you. And here you can see it, and this one is one of my favorites, and I'm so in love with it. I filled it with a couple of fall goodies, and stay tuned for the other parts of this train. This is part of the Valentine's collab Love Corner that I'm joining another year in a row, and look at this beautiful and talented group. Go and check out the playlist link that you will find in the description box down below. And also you're going to find the links to all of these beautiful and talented ladies in my description box down below. Go and check them out and check out the playlist. You will find lots of beautiful things there. DIY number 2. And for this one, we're going to make a beautiful Valentine's tree, and for that I use this foam tree that you can find at Dollar Tree, and I'm using lightweight spackling. I used the big one, and I'm using this Wilton 18 tip piping tip. And I took some of that spackling. You can use the Dollar Tree as I told you. I have the bigger one because I use a lot of that, and we're gonna mix it with paint like that. Then we're gonna take our piping bag with our piping tip, and we're gonna fill it using this painted spackling. Then we're just going to squish that really well, and we're going to start piping it like this. We're going to pipe thingies like this ones all around it, and we're going to make 3 rows of that one. Let me just go ahead and pipe it, and as you can see, we have a beautiful pink over here, but we're going to make a ombre effect. So let's just go ahead and get that piping bag empty, and using the same one, we're going to grab more spackling, seashell pink paint, and we're gonna mix that too. And we're gonna add a little bit of that paint over here, start mixing like this. Then we're gonna take our piping bag when we have it mixed, and we're gonna add that seashell pink spackling on the inside of our piping bag. And as you can see, we can still have some of that pink painted spackling, but then you will see that it starts piping a lighter color, and look at that. It is so beautiful, and it looks like marbled. I just love it. Let's continue doing that, and I'm gonna make 4 or 5 rows of this one, and then we're gonna start an empty piping bag, the same one, and we're gonna add plain spackling. I'm just gonna use it like that. I'm gonna add it to the inside of my piping bag, and we're gonna squish it again like this. Roll it like this that you will see now, and we're gonna start piping the top part, and you will see that we have a little bit of pink, but then it will start coming out with the beautiful white color of that spackling. Just continue on, and then add some of that to the top like that. Now that I have the top, I'm gonna make a rosette on the top, and then I'm gonna take this beautiful thingies that comes from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna add them all around it like this. And I'm just gonna add them like that, making sure that I'm adding enough, but not too much, just a couple of sprinkles of sparkle. And then I'm gonna take this bead that I have painted white, and I'm just gonna add it to the top, and that's it. And look at this. It's so beautiful. Look at those sprinkles, sparkly sprinkles. It looks so beautiful with that ombre effect, but I want to know what you think, so let me know in the comments below what you think about this one, because yeah, I'm biased. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I would love for you to subscribe and become part of our YouTube family. But if you're a returning subscriber, you know how much I love you. In the description box down below, you're gonna find the links to all of my social media, so you can go and check me out over there. For our last DIY, or DIY number 3, we're gonna take this beautiful hearts mold that I got from Amazon, and I'm just gonna add some of that really wet cement or concrete to all of my molds. I'm gonna tap them like that. Don't worry about that spill that we have there. We're gonna let them dry, and I'm gonna remove them from the mold like this. Then I'm gonna let them dry for 24 hours. As I told you, you can use maybe plaster of Paris or something like that. I'm gonna clean it really well with a paintbrush, and then I'm gonna start painting it. You just make sure that you clean them really well. Then I'm going to take the seashell pink and I'm just going to paint it the same way we painted the one for that train. I'm going to paint it completely like that. Then I'm going to add some royal gold on top of that to make it look beautiful with my wet paintbrush. Just like that, going all around it to make it look like a cookie or maybe like one of those beautiful cakes that we can see all over YouTube. And I'm just gonna paint it like that to give it a good shine. Then I'm gonna take my slick paint from Tulip and I'm just gonna make lines like 12 or 13 or 20 lines if you want. We're just making a beautiful drizzle on one side. Then I'm gonna take the beautiful sprinkles from Amazon and I'm just gonna add some of those beautiful heart sprinkles on top of those lines. And I'm using 3 colors and then I'm gonna let it dry. Let me just add those beautiful sprinkles and look at that, so cute. Now we're gonna take white paint, another one of those hearts, and we're gonna paint this one white. We're gonna let this one dry really well before we move on to the next step. But look at that, it is looking so cute. Now for our next step, I'm gonna take slick tulip paint in black and I'm just gonna start making dots, and I'm gonna make bigger dots, smaller dots, medium-sized dots all around it like that until I have covered all of that beautiful heart. Let me just go around it like this and look at that, so beautiful. For our next heart, I'm gonna take plaster Waverly chalk paint and I'm gonna paint it completely like this. Then I'm gonna take one of these pages of a calendar of Dollar Tree and I'm just gonna cut some of those beautiful flowers. Let me just cut them like this. I want this one and I wanted that one and I have a smaller one. Then I'm just gonna cut them, moving the paper, not the scissors, to make it easier on myself. I'm gonna cut them completely and then I'm gonna take my Mod Podge and I'm just gonna start applying Mod Podge all over that heart. Let me just go all over like this. Then I'm gonna take those beautiful flowers and I'm gonna add some Mod Podge to the back and I'm just gonna start pressing them down like this onto the heart. And I'm just gonna trim if needed with my scissors. Then I'm gonna apply more Mod Podge to the top of those flowers. Let me add another one over here, adding more Mod Podge to the back, more Mod Podge to the top, making sure that it is stuck there. And then I'm gonna add the smaller one over here. And look at that, so cute. Finish with that, let it dry really well. Then grab one of these plank signs that you can find at Dollar Tree or Walmart. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just glue those beautiful hearts to that plank. One in the middle and one on each side. And that will be it for this one because I want it to look like a cutting board with some chocolate kind of cake hearts. You will see it a little bit later, but look at that, it is looking so beautiful. Make sure that they are aligned, and that's it. Let me show you. And here you can see it, and look at that. This one as well is one of my favorites, so I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this one. If you want to buy me some crafting supplies, you will find this link in the description box down below. You don't have to do that. You can support your favorite creator by watching, sharing, and liking their videos. But if you want to buy me crafting supplies, this link, you will find it in the description box down below and you will get a shout out in my channel. Now it's time for the final reveal, and here you can see all of them together once more, and I'm so in love with this set and I cannot wait to start making more pieces of my beautiful train. And this is a Valentine's train. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below, and remember that this is part of the Love Corner collab, and you will find the link to the playlist for this awesome collab in the description box down below. I'm so excited because you will find lots of beautiful things over there. Let me know what you think about this one because I'm biased. And that's it for today. This is everything I have for you. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all of this. And remember to share this video with a friend because that's a free way to help this girl out. It lets YouTube know that you like this content and it will recommend it to other beauties like yourself. Take care, my beautiful friends. Bye-bye.